In my first video about software design, my introduction to software design, I mentioned that I believe we developers have to be aware, to be conscious of why we make the design decisions that we make. We have to be aware of the goals of our design decisions, in other words, the design goals. If you have not watched that video, there's a link to that video as well as my whole software design playlist that I'm currently making in the description below this video. In that first video, I explained how I perceive the software design process to look, as also shown in this diagram. I won't go through all of it again because I did already in the previous video. But to summarize it, quite a lot of the structural design here is based on non-functional design goals rather than the functional design goals. In this video, I want to dive a bit deeper into what I mean by design goals, and especially what I mean about non-functional design goals. All non-functional design goals tend to be derived from a core set of root design goals. The root non-functional software design goals tend to be similar across organizations and projects. The root non-functional software design goals, as I see them, tend to be overall software quality, development speed, development cost, and operational cost. From the root design goals, we have a set of derived design goals. And these derived design goals are goals such as usability, correctness, evolvability, operability, etc. From this first layer of derived design goals, we then have one or more layers of derived design goals such as testability, reuse, readability, etc. When you set out to achieve reusability, for instance, you do so because you want to achieve evolvability, and you want to achieve evolvability in order to achieve higher software quality, higher development speed, and lower development cost. The software design techniques we are using in day-to-day development, we use specifically because we want to achieve some design goal. For instance, when I use a design pattern or I remove a bad smell in my code, I don't just do that because some book I read says that this is the right thing to do. No, the reason is that I am trying to achieve something, a very specific design goal. For instance, if I clean up my code, I do that in order to achieve higher readability, for instance, and from that readability achieve evolvability, and from that higher development speed and lower development cost, etc. The more you become aware about why you make the design decisions you make, the better a developer you tend to become, in my opinion and experience. By the way, the purpose of this diagram is not to illustrate every single possible design goal in the world. I am sure you can come up with design goals not listed in this diagram, and these design goals will be just as valid as any design goal listed here. The purpose of this diagram is just to raise your consciousness of design goals in general. That is, by the way, the core tenet of my own software design philosophy, which I call conscious design. I will get back to conscious design in future videos, and I will also be diving into some concrete code cases to see how to apply this philosophy in practice. That's all for this video about software design goals. Check out the description below this video for links to related videos, playlists, and tutorials. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel.